Thursday night throwdown football is back. Joseph Robert, the fantasy football counselor, here for a virtual tailgate with the top pro football influencers on YouTube and social media. Guys, this is exciting. Fan to Fan Network is brand new. We launched this season. Make sure you guys are tapped in and following. First and foremost, head on over to fantofannetwork.com. Bookmark the site. Follow your favorite team and the ambassador accordingly, guys. Everything is there. And of course, virtual tailgates happen Monday, Thursdays, and Sundays prior to games. This is Thursday night throwdown. We've got Ryan Tracy coming on in a moment here with Ruben from the Texans, representing the Texans. Guys, I'm beyond excited. Football is back. So we're going to have a battle here between the Texans and the Chiefs here, and both of them are going to plead their case on who's going to win tonight, why they're going to win. Then we're going to break it down by division, starting with the AFC East, talking to the ambassadors that are here today. We've got most teams represented, some teams not represented. So guys, I encourage you guys in the chat, in the comments, to leave your questions, leave your concerns, leave everything in the comments, guys. Positive stuff only, and let's get to the throwdown. So let's start off here. I'm going to split the screen, and there he is, team ambassador here, Ryan Tracy. Let's go, man. Why are the Chiefs winning tonight? Let us know what's happening, man.
Well, basically, they didn't get rid of anybody. They got a couple of additions on defense. Other than that, the offense is back. The offense that won them a championship and the offense that bounced the Texans last time.
So you're confident in the Chiefs winning tonight. Ruben, what do you got to say about this, man? I mean, the arrogance that's coming off Ryan and the Chiefs is just, it's intoxicating, man. I don't know what to tell you. What do you got to say about this? Are you going to stand back? He doesn't have to say anything. He just pre-assumes that they're going to win. So look at him. Look at the confidence. Ruben, what do you got to say about this, man? Where are you?
Look, this arrogance we've heard for the past 6 months. Nobody expects us to be any good whatsoever. They think because we got rid of number 10 that our offense is going to be flat, that our team's going to suck ass. That's not the case. We got somebody who's electric. We got somebody dynamic, and that is number 4. And all the trash that we have heard the past 6 months, he has heard it. This team has heard it. This team is going to come in, bust the Chiefs in the mouth, and we're going to win tonight.
Wow. Hold on. First and foremost, I want to point out the picture in the background. It looks like O'Brien's on the toilet during a session. Is he having a diarrhea or something? What kind of picture is this? Look at him.
That's King Bill. That's the man that we're putting our trust in. He's damn near the owner.
Okay, I guess it's intensity. All right, we'll give it that. He's not all right. We won't make fun of O'Brien. Listen, I believe in him. I like him. I like the acquisition of David Johnson. All kidding aside, I just wanted to make a joke there. Listen, I like the Texans to cover the 9.5 spread, but do I see them winning? I'm torn on this. Do you guys want to go at it back and forth here? What do you think, Ryan?
I think it'll be good. I don't think it's going to be a huge blowout. I'm not trying to say that it's 15 points or anything like that. I think it'll be a 7-point game, but at the end of the day, I don't know that Deshaun has enough. I agree. Deshaun's great. I actually had him above Mahomes on my board coming out of the draft. Love what he's done. I'm just surprised he actually resigned there without Hop and with the guy running that show. I'm not going to call him king. But there's a lot going on there. If they could run the ball for a couple of weeks with Johnson, I'll be impressed. If they can't, I think they have a wide receiver group that can do some damage, and they got a young defensive backfield that we're throwing out there. I think it's going to be a good matchup.
Any holes, sorry, Ruben, before you get into any holes right now, that, what would be the weakness of the Chiefs tonight going into this, coming back first game? Is there any jitters, anything with the offense gelling? Is there any concerns we have with the Chiefs? What would their kryptonite be going into this game, if any? That's to Ryan, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking.
That was to you.
We got a couple of things. Outside edges are going to be some young players. Javarius Ward's got a couple of years under his belt, but he's really the elder statesman of the cornerback group. He has played pretty well. Got a pick, I think, last game. That was a ball intended for Hop. It's going to be about those underneath routes because of the young guys that aren't that agile and change direction. So I think there's some opportunities to be gained there too. And the Chiefs defense up the middle is going to be a little soft against the run.
All right, Ruben, what about you? Any holes in your game?
So the hose is the pass rush, because we don't know how it's going to be. We have, brand new starters like Charles Omenihu. We have rookie Ross Blacklock. We have J.J. Watt coming out for injury. So that's one of the holes we see there. In the playoff game, we couldn't put Patrick Mahomes on his back to save our lives, and he put up 51 points. That is going to be another huge hole for us until we see what they could do, until we see what Anthony Weaver, new defense coordinator, brings to the table.
So Ruben, what is your confidence level that the Texans, I mean, take the bias aside, let's be realistic here. They're going against Super Bowl champ Pat Mahomes. I mean, they're a high octane offense. What is your confidence on a level 1 to 10 that you guys can actually win this game?
I mean, honestly, no bias. I think it's 7. I think that all the negativity that we have heard, is going to put a chip on our shoulder. I think we put great pieces together for this offense because that's what you have to beat the Chiefs. You have to have a good offense to go toe-to-toe with them. This offensive line is much better than what people expect. This is the most talented wide receiving core that we have ever had, not having Hop. We don't have a number 1 wide receiver. We don't have Hop or Andre, but we had a number of wide receivers who can make this offense a pick your poison offense.
Good question here. Is Cooks playing tonight? Do you have any update?
Cooks is playing tonight.
And is he going to be 100?
Is it going to be 100? I don't know, but it's just in week 1. I would say you just have to manage his reps a little bit, but if you need to, just put him out there. But he is going to play.
All right, perfect. Ryan, anything else you want to tell us about the game? Any injuries, concerns? Oh yeah, how is the backfield going to be looking here? Is Allaire going to get the full volume, or is this going to be a hot hand thing, or is Darrell Williams going to come out here and get his share reps? How does the committee look here?
There's going to be a share. You're going to think that Darrell Williams is going to be in there, especially on deeper downs where they have to hold the ball a little bit longer. He's going to be the guy that they trust the most in the pass pro. So look for him on third. I think there'll be a nice little split. We'll see what the score gets to. And I got to go back because without Hop, I think it's a stretch to say this is the best wide receiver core that this Texas team's had in a while. But I will say without Hop, it makes them all play harder, and I think that they can do a pretty good job. You just got to score more than 24 points.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to Ryan first. Score prediction on this. How does this play out? What's the final score of this game?
31-24 Chiefs.
Okay, so it's a close one. All right. How about you, Ruben? What do you think?
When I had the exact same score, but for the Houston Texans.
Wow. Okay, I like the confidence. I'd be curious to see if any of these throwdowns go down to an ambassador actually thinking their team is going to lose. But, I mean, how could you go against a team that you lose? But, again, in this case, I mean, I could see maybe if it was the Jets and the Chiefs, we'd have a different. I can always pick on the Jets. It would be a different topic, but I think this is going to be closer than people think. David Johnson out to play hard. And again, I'm a big David Johnson guy. I'm telling you, I love the guy. Does he come out strong here, Ruben? What is your prediction on David Johnson tonight?
David Johnson is going to be on a team that wants him, with the head coach that wants him. He said it himself, like, I didn't feel wanted in Arizona. And now that I'm in Houston, I want to run through a brick wall. For Bill O'Brien, he now has a capable offensive line that did put up over 100 yards against the Chiefs last year in week 6. So I'm very excited for David Johnson. Not only that, he's one of the best pass catch running backs in the NFL. If he was a receiver for the Houston Texans, he'll be the tallest wide receiver. I'm expecting big things coming from Mr. David Johnson.
Well, I appreciate both of you guys being here. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not just saying it because it is the game. I couldn't ask for a better game to start the season. I mean, maybe Tampa Bay or someone like that would have been interesting as well. But either way, I like this. I'm excited about the game. It feels, honestly, I woke up today and it feels like, I don't know, like New Year's Eve or Christmas morning or something like that. I don't know what it is. There's a buzz in the air. It's like, there's so much uncertainty about the season happening. I am beyond grateful the season's happening. So, Ruben, any last words for the Texans here tonight?
We're gonna prove people wrong. H-Town till I drown.
All right. How about you, Ryan? Any last words for your Chiefs tonight?
I'm glad this 7-year wait is over, and welcome to Chiefs Kingdom, everybody.
All right. It's going to be a good one. Thursday Night Throwdown. All right. We're going to transition here, guys. Thanks, guys, for being here. I appreciate it. Very good battle. Humble guys, very knowledgeable on their teams. So I'm going to call upon, I think they're all here. We've got ambassadors for the AFC East. AFC East, if you guys aren't familiar who the AFC East guys are, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, and Jets. We've got Ian for the Jets. Let's start off with him, and we're going to go to Colby, and then we got the Dolphins, and we got the Bills. So let's start off here with Ian and the Jets, man. How are the Jets feeling this week, and why are they going to win this week? What's going on?
Yeah, so Jets are going to be looking pretty good as we go into week 1. Rashad Perryman healthy. That's awesome. Denzel Mims, our rookie second-round pick, 100% healthy. That's awesome as well. So as we stand right now, what's today? Thursday, super healthy as we can be. And that was the main concern from, New York Jets training camp this entire offseason so far. So really looking good. And super pumped for the game.
All right, we got a 5-minute window, guys, between divisions here. So let's hear Colby, Patriots. What's going on with the Patriots? Cam Newton, he's got a pretty easy matchup this week, I would say, or that's going to be an argument here. What do you think of the Patriots this week, Colby?
Yeah, so, I love this matchup. Honestly, I feel like any other year, this would be a matchup that I'm kind of like about, but because of the additions that the Dolphins had, because of the switch that the New England Patriots are making this offseason, I think that this is going to be a really, really, really good and fun matchup to watch. I think that Cam Newton's going to have a good game, especially because guys like Kyle Van Noy, Landon Roberts, former Patriots linebackers that are now with the Dolphins, they've never paired well against mobile quarterbacks. But I do think that this isn't going to just be a cakewalk for the Patriots offense, just kind of switching with those question marks, but also because I think the Miami Dolphins defense definitely did upgrade. Now the Patriots are dealing with a little bit of injuries here on their injury report. Stephon Gilmore and tight end Dalton Keene put on there late. Gilmore having a hamstring injury. I think they'll be perfectly fine, all good to go. But of course, just some things to monitor there. But I'm super pumped for this game.
All right, Doug, what do you think of this, man? What's your thoughts on this?
First off, I appreciate the unbiased the facts over there from Patriot Global. But yeah, 100%. I actually, and it hurts my soul to agree with a Patriot fan, but yeah, this is going to be a very, very good game. A lot of people and a lot of the media and a lot of the mainstream people think that the Dolphins are going to get whomped and that this is going to be a one-sided ass whooping, but no, it will not. Dolphins added a ton on defense. Dolphins added a ton on offense. A lot of people are going to take these Dolphins, likely, and it's going to bite them in the ass. But I do think, like Patriot Global said, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a close game. Cam Newton's coming back. He has something to prove. Fitzpatrick has something to prove. This Dolphin defense has something to prove. And you can never sleep on the Patriots and Bill Belichick. He literally almost won the division with Matt Castle. Never sleep on those guys.
All right, we've got Doug covering in for Dan. What's going on, Doug, for the Buffalo Bills, man?
The Bills are going to come out and they're going to smash the Jets in the mouth this week.
There you go.
They could put up 40 if they wanted to, but knowing Sean McDermott, they're going to keep it easy after they're up by 2 touchdowns. And even with the Jets wide receivers healthy, they could have whoever they want. They're not going to get it past Tre'Davious White. Josh Norman's out. Levi Wallace is going to fill in. They have the number 1 defense in the league. No 49ers, no Patriots. It's the Bills defense, number 1 in the league. We're going to win by at least 2 touchdowns.
All right, free for all, guys. You got 2 minutes. Everybody go crazy. You guys can battle it out. Why is your team winning? I'm just going to sit back and watch the fire. I'm going to get my popcorn. You guys continue.
I just find it funny that a Bills fan who for the last 20 years that team hasn't had a back-to-back winning season is thinking that they're going to do anything this season. I'm sorry. I love the addition. I love having you guys have the 5th best defense in the NFL. Not knocking that, but your quarterback was the least accurate quarterback in the NFL last year. I don't know if you guys are going to be taking this division.
Shots fired.
I have never been alive for a Bills AFC East division win, but this is going to be the year 100%. I will jump through a table full of spikes if that's not.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all heard that many years from Bills fan. This is going to be our year. We got it. We're going to dethrone the Patriots. We're going to beat them this week, and it just never really happens. I do like the Bills this year. I think they're good. To say they have the best defense, I definitely think that's a push. The Patriots had the best overall last year. I don't think it's going to necessarily be the same. Maybe they'll rank 2 or 3, but I would still say that I would take that Patriots defense over the Bills.
Yeah, for real. I mean, to be honest with you, I love Buffalo's team. Their defense is, amazing. They're pretty much A+ at every position on the defense. But I mean, come on, after one playoff, they could make the playoffs one year and they get bounced in the first round, and then all this confidence just comes out of nowhere.
We're making the tackle on Deshaun Watson this year. We're winning that game.
All right, guys. So who's winning? This is a good question. I got a question for everybody. It's kind of a stupid question because I know everybody's answer from every team. But who's winning the division? Let's be honest before we go.
Miami Dolphins 10-6.
Wow.
Not a chance, man. Not a chance.
Let's be honest. The Bills are the favorite here. Let's not lie to each other. Without Brady, the Patriots are like the skeleton shell of themselves.
The Bills are the favorites, but I think that the Patriots are the underdogs like always. And whenever the Patriots are underdogs, they got a chip on their shoulder. They always come out winning. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And, the Patriots don't like to talk. They just like to play. So let's just roll with that this season.
All right, we're going to wrap up this division, guys. I got to move on here. So let's move on to the NFC East. I don't know who's here from the NFC East. I'm just I'm happy. I know we got a Dallas guy here. We got our Giants guy. So if you guys can mute and have these guys. So NFC East, Dallas, Giants. We don't have an Eagles ambassador today, and Washington football team. Anybody here? What's up, guys?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on? Anyone else here from this division?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Joe?
What's up, guys? So let's start off with the Giants here. Man, I mean, you got a tough matchup this week. Let's be honest. It's not going to be a walk in the park, but how are you guys going to do? New offensive line. Who's your wide receiver one? I mean, what's going on with you guys? You guys are a bit of a shit show right now. With Daniel Jones, even the real deal?
Oh, for sure. And it's crazy because early on in the season when the schedule came out and I saw the Pittsburgh Steelers were our first matchup, I was kind of frightened just a little bit. But as the days goes on, as we get closer to the season, I'm actually thinking we're going to be a little competitive in that game. Yeah, Adonis, I see you. But yeah, I think we're going to be a bit competitive in that game. Their offensive line doesn't look up to par as it used to be in past years. They're missing David Castro. The interior of our defensive line looks very stout. Our defense is very young, but they're a very young and hungry defense. And we are coming into the season very, very healthy. They think the most notable name that we have on the injury report is Golden Tate, and he's day to day. Marcus Golden also missed practice today, but he should be ready for Monday. But we're rolling into this extremely healthy, and it's a young and hungry team. And with the rookie head coach, we're gonna be fired up.
Who else is in the building here to debate this?
Cowboys, baby.
All right. So Ryan here for the Cowboys. Lawrence could not be here. Law Nation could not be here. So what is going on with the Cowboys this year, man? Is Cooper healthy? Are you guys looking good? Are you guys ready to win this week?
Absolutely, Joe. So I want to talk a little more about the Rams who were playing week one, and more so their linebacker core, which might be the worst coverage linebacker core in the league. Corey Littleton left this offseason, and we're going to bash that linebacker group. Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard went for 250 last year, and this year it's going to be more of the same, baby.
Yeah, man. I mean, our Rams guy is obviously not here to stick up for himself, so he couldn't make it today. But, man, I mean, I like the offense as a whole. Anyone else here from this division that's going to debate this? At Washington, are you here? Ed?
Washington football, yeah. Yeah, I'm here. What's up, guys?
Dude, what's going on with your team, man? I mean, keep us up to date. I mean, who's starting? Is it McKissick? Like, what's going on? Like, who's your quarterback? Like, what's going on?
Well, yeah, it's Dwayne Haskins. You know, the league done messed up. And then we got Jaden McKissick. He's running back number 1. Antonio Gibson is running back number 2. Got Peyton Barber and Bryce Love. So we're going to be a running back by committee. So I got us having a good game week one.
When I think of Washington, I think of Terry McLaurin. And that's it. I'm not seeing anybody that I'm going to start the smash talk in here because Terry's the most talented player on the team. Nobody can debate me on that. And that's what I'm seeing. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe Bryce Love comes up, breaks up. Maybe Dwayne Haskins is the second coming of Russell Wilson. I don't know, but I can't wait to see what happens with his team. He had a lot of offseason stuff, but who takes his division? I mean, I'm going to lean towards the Cowboys here. Am I wrong to say this? Like, what do you guys think?
100%, Joe. 100%.
Obviously, the Cowboys.
It's our division to lose, and the other teams just flat out don't have the weapons we have. They don't have an Ezekiel Elliott. Well, the Giants do, but they don't have the receivers we have.
You know, we don't have the Eagles guy here right now, but I mean, you can make a debate with the Eagles. Miles Sanders goes off. They got some weapons now, but Carson Wentz will be out on a stretcher in about a week. I give Carson Wentz 2 weeks.
Not only that, Joe, but what, Deshaun Jackson, Alshon Jeffrey. I mean, that was a great receiving core 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's 2020, Joe.
I mean, Jeffrey, wasn't he like on the Bears like 20 years ago lining up with like, wasn't he like with Brandon Marshall or one of those old goats?
And Jay Cutler, yeah.
All right, we got one more minute here. Any comments here? Washington, are you going to stand around and take this shit?
No, man. Hey, the league done messed up. Dwayne Haskins is going to prove you wrong, man. I'm telling you. Don't sleep on Steven Sims Jr. and don't sleep on Antonio Gibson. When he really gets those carries, fantasy lovers are going to love him. He's going to be very explosive. He's a secret weapon. So I don't want you to know about these guys just yet. We're going to come up and surprise you. Cowboys, you're going to be 8-8. You guys can have all the receiver talent in the world. You're still going to be 8-8.
I got to jump in here. Kid Blue.
Even 8-8's better than 6-10.
Okay, Kid Blue though. I mean, they've got the best player in the division, Saquon Barkley. You can't debate that. The best player in the gem goes to the Giants, right, Kid Blue?
Of course, Saquon Barkley and a revamped young offensive line that's going to surprise everybody this year. I know the Giants have been looked down upon because of their offensive line for the past couple of years, but this is going to be a different offensive line, and it's only going to help Saquon and Daniel Jones. Man,
I'm excited about this division. It's going to be interesting. Washington, I hate to say this right now, until you should prove me otherwise and everybody else otherwise, you are the weakest link. You know, I gotta
look. It's not about offense. It's about defense. There's a guy named Chase Young. There's a guy named Montez Sweat. The Bama boys up front. Jack Del Rio is the defensive coordinator. Ron Rivera. So offense is going to get there, but Chase Young, the Predator,
I like it.
Getting to Dak and those guys.
I like the confidence, man. All right, we're going to move on here. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are free to go. I appreciate everybody being here. I'm excited to watch this division rivalries as they go. All right, let's move on here. We're going to move on to the AFC North. We've got, who do we got? Chisel Adonis. We don't have a Cleveland guy yet on board with FTFN. So if you know somebody, we are actively looking to seek a good Cleveland guy, but nobody really cares about the Browns anyway. We got JT Sports representing the Bengals, and we got Zach with the Ravens. What's going on, guys? Who wants to start?
What's going on, man?
JT with the Bengals, man. What is going on? Let us know what's happening with those Bengals.
Nothing really much. It was a question about how good is AJ Green going to be going against the LA Chargers. A lot of people have a lot of concerns when it comes to this receiving core, especially me. I mean, when you look at this matchup against the Chargers, even though they don't have Derwin James, this is still one of the better secondaries in the NFL. Desmond King, Casey Harris, Chris Harris Jr. So, I mean, you got to look at it at the fact that, Joe Burrow not playing behind the not-so-great offensive line and facing a very good Chargers defense and a very good Chargers secondary, he could struggle in his rookie debut.
All right, there you go. The Bengals. How about Steelers? Are you in the house? Chiseled, are you here?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me clear?
Oh, yeah, you are loud and clear, man. Where's the sunlight? Where's the natural light today? You usually have all this light shining in. You brighten up my day. Now you're in where are you now?
Well, it's the evening, so I don't got no sun. The moon is out, so I don't know if we got moonlight. But we're gonna make sure the sun sets on the Giants on Monday. I'll tell you that.
I like the confidence, man. I like you guys. You guys, as far as I know, you guys are a 5-point favorite. Big Ben, from what I'm hearing, the arm is looking good. How are the Steelers looking? Give us an overview. Do they look like a Super Bowl type team this year?
Oh, absolutely, because I expect the offense to finally go and meet the defense. We don't got no, Duck Dynasty at quarterback. We don't got whack-a-mole Mason Rudolph at quarterback. We've got, the two-time Super Bowl champion, future Hall of Famer, first ballot, that is, Ben Roethlisberger, back in the house. And he's given up pornography. He's no longer masturbating. That arm is at 100%. I expect him to go out there and throw over 4,000 yards and completely torch, the New York Giants. They call themselves Giants. They're going to get their asses kicked this Monday. I'm telling you, they're gonna look like midgets out there.
I don't know if you can see me. I got my helmet. We should reenact the Mason Rudolph Myles Garrett scene right now. I got the helmet. I hope.
Well, you might as well. You might as well. He doesn't see the field better for us.
It was brutal.
We brought Josh Dobbs back, so I hope he takes that number 2 position at quarterback. But
he definitely needed more of a kick in the ass than a head-to-head hit. But either way, man, hopefully knock some sense to him. I think he's still the backup. So, but hopefully Ben stays on the field for the sake of every Pittsburgh Steeler out there. Who else do we got in the room here to debate this?
Yeah, the Ravens represented here. Just want to say, biggest question with the Ravens is, can Lamar Jackson win in the playoffs? And I'm telling you, this year the Ravens are going to make it to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson, the chemistry, those two are going to find a way, and they're going to win in the playoffs this year.
Man, that's a bold statement. I mean, pinnacle year for Lamar. Is that going to continue this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% believe in Lamar. He's been practicing good. He's been conditioning. He's going to stay in shape, and he always makes sure he doesn't take those big hits like a lot of running quarterbacks do, because I know people like he's going to get hurt. This has been a year where it hasn't been a great offseason, but I believe Lamar will stay healthy this year, and he's going to prove everyone that he can win in the playoffs this year.
This is an interesting division because I think every team has upside. I mean, we don't know what to expect from Burrow, but he's got some good weapons around with a solid mixing at running back, some potential really upside with receivers. Then we got, everybody's got upside here. Cleveland's got some upside with Odell and Baker. Can they get going this year? Can they gel? Landry's a great receiver. Arguably the 2 best running backs in this division. You can make a debate maybe with Ingram and Dobbins, but we don't know. I'm excited to see this division, guys. I mean, who takes this division? You guys weigh in. I'll let you guys go free for all here. I don't know.
I mean, for me, I think it's going to be the Ravens are going to take this division, obviously, around the 14-2, 13-3. But I think the Steelers will make a good push. I have them finishing around probably 10-6, making it into the playoffs and doing some damage. Obviously, I don't think I think Ben's a little too old to be that Super Bowl quarterback, but
that doesn't make any sense. Like Peyton Manning, did you realize Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl back in 2015 when he was at his worst? He's
39 years old.
NFL. You don't need to have an elite quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Like Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl, for crying out loud. Trent Dilfer. Like, why do people keep having this narrative that you got to have an elite quarterback to win a Super Bowl? Like, think about the last Super Bowl champions in the past decade.
Peyton Manning was throwing beach balls.
Elite QBs.
Remember, Peyton Manning was throwing beach balls out there. They still won.
Hell, Tom Brady was throwing beach balls in Super Bowl 53, and the defense got them the W. So we don't really need Big Ben to be, what he was in 2008. We just need him to be better than a duck and better than a whack-a-mole, and that's going to get us, into the postseason. Just like, Zach said, I foresee it's either going to be the Steelers or it's going to be the Ravens. I don't think the Ravens are going to go, a 13-3, 14-2 repeat. I expect them to win about 12 games, just like I predict for my Pittsburgh Steelers as well. But I expect both of us to go to the postseason and have a rematch from the L that we took in 2014. I'm still feeling a little bit salty about that.
This is a good debate, guys. Honestly, this was a good debate. We got to move on from divisions here, guys. Thank you for being here. Thursday Night Football, man. It is here. We got to transition, guys. We got to move over to the NFC North. Our Bears ambassador's not here, and I don't think there's our Vikings guy here, but I know our Lions and Packers guys are here, so they're going to go at it here. What is going on, guys?
What's going on, Joe? Thanks for having us.
Thanks, man. And who else is here? Is it just who do we have here?
It's me and Patrick Mahomes, but he's got to go in an hour. He's got a game.
All right, so we got to get going. So Patrick, let's start off with Patrick Mahomes because everybody wants to see his face to see what we're talking about. So where are you, Patrick?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Dosa Dion. Listen, what are you doing here? You got a game in like 20 minutes, half an hour.
I'm not worried about the Texans. We're good.
All right. So let's move on here. So why are the Lions going to win? I mean, I can't believe I'm asking this. Why are the Lions going to win this division?
Joe, this is honestly an easy answer because the MVP is back, man. So the 2020 MVP is healthy. Come on, hey, it's coming. So we got Stafford back there. We got one of the best offenses in the league. We just added Peterson. So, I mean, you give us any type of running game, we're going to have a top 5 offense in the league. The defense is different. Not saying it's great. It's different. Should be better. And if we get any kind of supporting cast around what this offense can do, I really don't see a defense that can stop this offense.
The bright side in your offense was Kenny Galladay. He's got a hamstring thing now. Yep. Like, what's going on with him? Is he going to be good to go?
Yeah, I think he'll be okay. Patricia didn't make it sound too serious. It seemed like he was just kind of going through walkthroughs, not like full participation, but I think he'll be okay. But that wide receiver group is deep. I mean, we kept 6 receivers this year, and I don't really see much of a drop-off from any receivers. I mean, obviously there's not 6 Galladays, but I just think throughout the board, I mean, you could have any of these 6 receivers start anywhere.
I think Bostorowski is going to debate here. I mean, I would say looking at this, Lions finished 3rd. What would you say here, Bostorowski?
I'm gonna go ahead and hop on and join his hype train a little bit. I think Lions could finish 2nd. I think they could. I'm always going to have the Packers first. I mean, with Aaron Rodgers on the team, you can never doubt him.
So why
as long as Aaron Rodgers is in that division, every other quarterback, there's no other number 1 quarterback.
Hold on, I got a debate here. The Vikings guy's not here. Why are the Vikings falling off this year? How do you explain that?
I just don't trust Kirk Cousins, man. A lot of people don't. And like you're a big advocate of saying Dalvin Cook. When does he finish the season? Their offense is it's very heavy on Dalvin Cook. And if he doesn't finish the season, yes, Alexander Madison is an okay back, but I just think the Green Bay Packers are going to be better this year. Not in terms of record. I think they're going to drop a little bit, 11-5, but I think their offense is going to be smoother and their defense is going to be better.
That's an interesting take. Lions, what do you think, Dos?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the Vikings recently. They went out and got Yannick in there. We know Hunter was placed on IR. I don't know how serious that is. I don't like their back end too much. I feel like there's a lot of young players. I like Dancer, but I just think it's really young. So they're trying to get pass rushers, but they lost a lot of pass rushers. Joseph, Everson Griffin. Now we got Hunter on the injury reserve. So I think there's some concerns. I think they're a solid team, but I just think there's a couple of concerns defensively.
Yeah, Devontae's putting 120 on him on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Come on. They have no snaps against him. Xavier Rhodes had the most snaps against him, and he was trash anyways. So
yeah. I can get down with that. Yeah, I can rock with that. I mean, he won't do that versus the Lions, but yeah.
We'll see about that.
Man,
I do love Galladay though. I think he's number 2 in terms of receiver. And then
are we completely counting out the Bears like they're nothing? I mean, they've got a pretty good team. If Mitch Trubisky gets his shit together,
it's just Mitch Trubisky, man. That's it.
That's it.
That's my argument.
No, the Bears guy didn't even show up, man. I mean, he don't want this, man. They already know what's coming.
All right.
Their defense is good, but you can only do so much. Like I know you do. Sometimes you need a great quarterback, and sometimes you don't. But it's Mitch Trubisky; he will lose you some games.
All right, for this matchup this week, who wins the game? For you guys are playing.
I'll start. I got Packers beating the Vikings. Danielle Hunter being out is a huge thing, especially with the Packers right tackle situation being a little shaky. Kenny Clark's going to have a field day against Garrett Bradbury, the center. He trashed him last year. He's going to have a field day, and if they can stop Dalvin Cook, then they're definitely going to win. Aaron Jones, I expect a good day from him. Their run defense is way worse without Danielle Hunter, and they lost Linval Joseph. So look for a running game for the Packers there.
How about Lions? What do you think?
Yeah. So we got the Bears. Like Bass said, I think the defense is solid. They have a solid defense, but offensively, I just don't know where the points are going to be coming from. I mean, Mitchell Trubisky. They have Cohen out the backfield. We'll see what David Montgomery's health looks like. So I just really don't see them putting up. I just really don't see where the offensive scoring is going to come from. And then when you put we haven't seen Matthew Stafford play against the Bears, or you didn't get to see it last year. So I think when Stafford's back there, he'll put up enough points. I have 23-16. That was my prediction.
Nice.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything like that, but I just don't see enough production from the Bears.
All right, guys.
Where do you have the Lions record and ending in the season?
That's a good question.
So I was thinking 10-6, 11-5, around that range.
Okay. It's optimistic.
All right, guys, I got to move on to the next. Guys here. I appreciate it. I'm going to move on to the AFC South, and I'm actually one of the ambassadors here. So let's move on here. We got the Texans. I don't know if our Texans guy is here anymore, but I know our Titans guy is here, so it might be just me and him going back and forth. So yeah, let's go AFC South. Thank you guys for being here. Let's move on here. Titan Upload, are you here? And is Ruben still in the house? I think Ruben left. We already had our Texans up.
Ruben don't want any of the Titans.
He doesn't. So it's just me and you, man.
That we got Clowney.
It's just me and you going at it. So listen, this division's very interesting here. Tons of talent. I mean, this is up in the air. I think the weakest link here, and correct me if I'm wrong, is probably the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
Right?
I think the Jaguars are doing it right, though. They're doing it like baseball teams do. Just get rid of their best players and just continue to build through the draft. I know we're going to have our field day with them this year, but they said maybe 3 years down the road, they might be pretty decent if they can get some ownership thing going on.
Yeah, who knows? That's a long time. But I like my Colts this year, man. Best O-line in the NFL, offensive weapons. I'm not excited about Phillip Rivers. This is kind of a win team now. And we talk about these older quarterbacks. I think he's still got a couple more years, but he's not the solution down the road. But I'm excited. T.Y. Hilton, Michael Pittman, Jonathan Taylor. I think we have you guys beat. I think Titans are going to be solid this year too, but I don't know. This is going to be a tight division this year, I think, honestly.
It is. Buckner's going to help the defensive line from the Colts. I think the Colts are a little bit better than the Texans. But again, Phillip Rivers, you're banking a lot on him. Colts fans, they're funny because week 1, when the Colts lost at the Chargers, Mac went off in that game, over 150 some yards rushing. And Phillip Rivers was literally throwing lollipops all over the field. And for whatever reason, they were dropping. But arm strength's going to be a big concern. And I'm not buying the whole, hey, he's throwing it really good in practice. Mitch Trubisky, you guys just mentioned him. He's throwing the ball great at practice. Come on.
Right.
Come on, Joe.
All right, man. It's going to be a tough division, but we're going to see how the Texans lay the foundation. If they upset KC today, we're in for a treat, man, in this division. I'm telling you that much. And there could be an upset tonight, and I can't wait till they get to the game. That's why I'm, moving along here a little bit quicker than usual because I'm so excited. I got my TV here. I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? Do you have your TV set up here, Mark?
I actually do. I got the dual screens going on, and I got the game on right now. So
are they starting? Are they doing? I heard they're doing some sort of.
No, but they showed some painful highlights of the AFC Championship. So I didn't want to see that.
We don't want to go back to that, but I think Tannehill is going to have a great season. All right, let's move on here. We got to go to the NFC South. We've got who do we have here today? We got Panthers here and the Bucks, and who else do we have here? I think that's it.
I'm going to be covering the Saints.
And you'll be covering the Saints. You're all over the place. I appreciate it, Zach. All right, so come on. NFC South, guys, come on in, man. What's up?
What's going on, man? Pause up.
Hold on, I don't have this yet. Balls up. I threw my voice out. I can't do this. All right, so you guys go. So let's start off with the Panthers since you're here, man. Yep. What is going on with the Panthers, man? Is Teddy the solution? How's everybody looking? And how are you guys going to win this week? How does it look?
All right, let me help you out right here. We're playing the Las Vegas Raiders, and we're 3.5-point underdogs at home. One thing I can say about the Las Vegas Raiders and the Carolina Panthers, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. We're the exact same team. We have struggling cornerbacks on both sides. We have decent linebackers, and we have some good players up front. They have Max Crosby, and we have a host of others, including Derek Brown, Brian Burns, and so on and so on. Real quick injury report, Stanley Oliver Thomas, he was downgraded today to doubtful. That's not a good sign given the fact that we already don't have enough depth at cornerback. Dennis Daly, a starting left guard, thought he was going to be able to go. He has not practiced all week. It looked like Michael Schofield could be getting the nod. On the Raiders side, Damian Arnett, he left practice with a thumb injury. So that's a good thing for us. And also Richie Incognito, the guard for the Raiders. It looks like he left practice as well due to Achilles, and he also left. He didn't make practice yesterday. Now, Corey Littleton came out and said, CMC, he can do all things. You just got to know where he is. Now, Corey Littleton, that was cute. I'm glad you're keying on CMC, but that's not how it's going to get done. Let me tell you guys how Carolina's going to get it done, y'all. They're going to spread the ball around, all right? We got targets all over the field, Robbie Anderson, Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore, including Ian Thomas, all right? Also, we're going to get the ball out of our hands quick. We know we got a suspect offensive line. We know we need help. Get the ball out your hands quick. Next, get to your bread and butter. Christian McCaffrey's your bread and butter. When and applicable, use your bread and butter. Now, what we cannot do is allow for them to establish the run game. If Jacobs gets into a system, if Jacob gets into a role, that leads into play action. If we lead into play action, they have a hell of a tight end by the name of Darren Waller. We don't want no problem with Darren Waller. Darren Waller had 90 receptions and 1,100 yards last year. Let's stop the play action, stop the run. We'll be all right. Last but not least, Derek Carr, really? Derek Carr threw for 4,000 back-to-back yards, but he finished 7-9. Put pressure on Derek Carr. He's a mediocre quarterback.
Wow.
Carolina Panthers 23-20 at home.
Wow. Okay, our Raiders guy's not on right now, but what do you got, division guys? What do you got to say about this? This is bold. This is crazy.
That's bold.
He thinks they're the best team, I think. I think he's very confident, clearly. I think we're looking at the Super Bowl champions right here. We're looking at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I could be crazy, but I'm going to say that the Buccaneers, the fix is in, guys. Hold on, let me get big camera. The fix is in. I think Brady gets another Super Bowl before he goes out. What do you think, man? How do the Bucs look this year? I mean, pretty obvious question here.
I like to hear that, Joe. I love to hear you say that. The most important key to victory for the Bucs this year, stop turning the ball over. When your quarterback throws 30 interceptions, you have no chance to win.
Right.
It's more so, it's not even the fact that we brought in Tom Brady. It's the fact that Jameis Winston is gone and you replace him with the greatest quarterback of all time. I really don't think his age is an issue. We had the third best offense in the NFL last year. We've added Leonard Fournette. We've added Rob Gronkowski. We haven't lost anybody. It's only going up on offense. The turnovers are going to be cut in half at least.
Right.
Defense is young, it's talented, it's improved. I think we win the division. 12 to 13 wins, I'm going to say.
Yeah,
Zach, what? You're in a tough division, Carolina. I mean, Atlanta looks amazing. I think, honestly, no offense, man, I got to say, I'm scared to say this to you because you're wearing the cat hat and you got the paws up and you're going to claw me.
What you going to say?
But never mind. I think you guys are the weakest link here. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be tough.
Hey, man, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Looking
at it on paper, but I mean, I like the undercat. I like the undercat. There you go. How about Zach? What do you think, man? Real quickly, we got 1 minute. Saints.
I mean, let's not forget, guys. The Saints did win the division last year. They still have Drew Brees. They added an actual number 2 receiver with Emmanuel Thomas. They didn't get Clowney, but that's okay. They still have a good defense. They have a great secondary. I think the Saints are still the team to beat in this division. I have them going out in the probably conference finals this year.
Right.
I think Tom Brady and the Bucs, they're going to do good. Brady has a bunch of weapons. He's not going to throw for as many yards as Jameis Winston because he's not that guy. He's going to limit the turnovers. Bucs are going to do good, 10-6, 11-5 maybe, but I still think the Saints are a 12-win team. And I got the Saints winning week 1, obviously. First time in 74 games in the regular season, Brady has been the underdog.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that stat today. That's insane. I think you had that up on your page. So, man, I'm excited about this game. I'm excited about everything. I can't wait. All right, let's move on here. Carolina, what do you think about that?
Look, man, I honestly believe the Saints are the favorite. I mean, as long as you got Drew Brees, you got Emmanuel Sanders. Oh, let's not forget you got referees in your back pocket with Sean Payton.
Oh.
Again, the Buccaneers ain't shit. Listen, Jameis Crablegs threw for 5,000 yards. And guess what? They don't know how to run block in Tampa Bay. You can get Fournette. You can get Marshall Faulk. You can get Jesus, Tony, and Thomas. If you don't know how to run block, it doesn't matter. So guess what's going to happen? If you can't establish the run, nobody's biting on your play action. If you don't bite on your play action, you're blitzing the shit out of old-ass immobile Tom Brady. And what got Tom Brady out of New England? Getting hit. That's why he left. Titans took care of him. So I'm not worried about what's name, Tampa Bay and the New Orleans Saints. I mean, it is what it is, man. Shit, I do believe we'll sweep them. I believe Teddy Bridgewater got something for New Orleans.
I can't wait to see it, man. Old Drew Brees. We'll see. All right, we got to move on here. Let's move on to the NFC West, and we've only got one ambassador from the AFC West. So we'll bring the Broncos in here, and we're going to blend him in here with the NFC West. So let's go. Let's go Cardinals. Let's go Rams. Rams isn't here. 49ers and Seahawks. Norbcam, everybody, come on.
What's up? What's up, guys? What's going on? How we doing?
Good. So let's start off with Norb since his screen is predominant here. The Seahawks, what's going on with you guys?
Oh man, I'm just enjoying the chat here. A lot of trash talking going on in the chat of the YouTube right here. But I'm so excited about this season, man. There was a lot of talk about Jadeveon Clowney, and we were hoping to get him back, but he ended up going to the Titans. But besides all that, so many things to be excited about. We got Chris Carson is going to be tearing it up as running back with Carlos Hyde behind him. We got Will Dissly, Greg Olsen at the tight end spot, and then a receiver, DK Metcalf, coming off a huge rookie year. I'm so excited about him. Tyler Lockett doing what he does. Philip Dorsett going to add some speed there. And then a defensive line, even though, again, we don't have a big name pass rush guys, we got some guys bringing in who people were kind of not really thinking about. Benson Mayoa, Bruce Irvin, Jaron Reed, Rasheem Green, LJ Collier. These are names you guys are going to be hearing about this year. It's going to be like sacks by committee. And then, of course, the secondary, probably the best secondary since the LOB. Shaquille Griffin, Quentin Dunbar, Quandre Diggs, and, of course, Jamal Adams. I'm so excited about this team. And of course, the number 2 ranked player by his peers, Russell Wilson. It's going to be good.
One thing you forgot to mention there, Norb, though, is your shitty offensive line.
Oh,
exactly. So you mentioned everything else, but you did not mention any type of protection, as you have not had for the last 6 years that all you Seahawks fans keep complaining about.
Here we go.
Why can they not go out and get protection for Russell Wilson? Your offensive line has been piss poor for the last 5 years at least. So
I agree.
Russell Wilson having to put your team on his back. Look, Russell Wilson's a great quarterback, and I give him a lot of credit. Because if you don't have a Russell Wilson, your team is nothing. Russell Wilson has carried your team and made you guys a playoff contender for years now. One injury happens to him with no protection of that offensive line. You have no run game with that offensive line. We've all seen Carlos Hyde. He's been in San Francisco. We know what Carlos Hyde is.
Facts.
We know what Chris Carson is coming off an injury, right? So your running game over there in Seattle, if you can't get an offensive line, you can't do anything. You could have the best pass rush. You could have the best secondary, and you can blitz Jamal Adams all you want. But who's going to cover George Kittle over there? You can say Jamal Adams all you want, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, we've also upgraded our linebacking crew. We got a great
He's diverting the question.
Jordan Brooks. Oh, what?
He's diverting the question.
What's up? The offensive line. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what this offensive line looks like. Nobody does because they haven't played any games yet. But we still got, the left side of the line is still solid. But, yeah, we've got Ethan Posick, who has not been at center, so the center's going to be new. We got a rookie right guard and a new guy, got Jermaine Ifedi, who was a holding machine, out of there. So, yeah, I can't say that these guys are going to be great because they haven't played together.
Sounds like a politician to me over here. We got a politician for a Seahawks ambassador. No, that was pretty good. He backed it up a little bit. How about Arizona? What's going on in Arizona?
Hey, what's going on, guys? So, yeah, I'm hearing a lot of, Seahawks, 49ers. I mean, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Do I think that the Cardinals are going to win the division? No, but I do think we're going to go ahead and push for a playoff spot because we are opening up a new wild card spot. So I can see the Arizona Cardinals definitely doing some damage. Now, I just made my last preview video, and it was kind of funny because I had so many San Francisco 49er fans going on and just talking all sorts of smack. So honestly, that just hypes me up that much more. We have Isaiah Simmons, which probably is not going to start off, but I do see really much great potential with him. I know George Kittle is going to be a really, really big point of emphasis this coming game on Sunday, but I honestly think we're going to get a fair chance at, maybe sacking Jimmy Garoppolo a couple times. What do you think over there, Nick?
Look, man, right now you guys probably have the best chance heading into week 1, right? Our center is down, obviously came back today. He's been out with a ankle injury. We've been rotating from right guard to center. Daniel Brunskill has been moved over from right guard to center right now. If Ben Garland can't take the snaps, Ben Garland's been out for like 2 weeks with an ankle injury. He did come back today limited, so I'm not sure if he's going to be there. But look, man, center and guard, that's the quickest way to the quarterback, right? So obviously, if Ben Garland's not in there, we're throwing a guy out there in Daniel Brunskill who's never taken a snap. Now, Brunskill can move from guard to tackle. He's played both. He's never taken a snap in the NFL at center. So if he has to step in and play that center position, that is definitely to benefit your guys of defensive line. And then Tom Compton would be starting off at guard. So if Ben Garland can start, Daniel Brunskill will play his natural position of guard. Ben Garland will be in there, but that's all up to a game time decision right now to see how that works. So
I just heard Chandler Jones 3 sacks. That's pretty much what you just said to me. I'm just kidding.
He's going to have to go through the middle, obviously, right? So look, the additions of Trent Williams on our side. Look, we all know Joe Staley was getting old. He was missing steps. He was getting things. But the addition of the addition of Trent Williams to this offensive line with the run power, the run game that we have for the outside zone, and the ability and athleticism of Trent Williams, the Niners' run game is going to be even more on point this year. And we are all seeing what it did last year, right? With guys who never even knew who people were unless you watched the NFC West and Raheem Mostert, right? The Niners get Jerick McKinnon back this year, right? He's going to be a third down specialist out of the backfield, obviously being able to catch the football. You got a Tevin Coleman who's healthy again. You got a Raheem Mostert. You can't forget about Kyle Juszczyk. Obviously, he doesn't run the football, but the sets and things that we can put him in. And not on top of that, Jordan Reed is going to be a slot guy in the red zone. How are you stopping 2 tight ends of that nature in George Kittle and Jordan Reed? Jordan Reed is probably, when healthy, one of the best route runners in the entire league in the NFL. When healthy. Hence that I say that. Keep this guy fresh. Bring him in on third downs. Use him at the goal line. Do whatever you got to do. He's definitely going to open up the red zone for us a little more as well. And not to mention Nick Bosa's back healthy. D Ford's back and healthy. He's got his knee repaired. He's completely 100%. The Niners, in the beginning of the season last year, when they had D Ford on the field, they were averaging 3.5 sacks per game. We lost D Ford, went down to 1 to 1.5 sacks a game. That's how much of a difference he makes on this defensive line. He's coming back healthy. Obviously, a rookie, Javon Kinlaw, taking over for DeForest Buckner. He's not going to match what DeForest Buckner did for this team, but he's a rookie. He's going to step in. And don't forget my man, DJ Jones, because he's going to show what he really is this year on that defensive front as well.
I see the comments saying, Roge Yellow says 49ers are going to have a bigger hangover than the Rams.
Hey, look.
Whoa, shots fired.
Look, 49ers, you guys can all say that the 49ers are going to have a hangover, but this team, if not, got better, and we did not lose a whole lot of people. People want to doubt Jimmy Garoppolo. People want to doubt, the defensive front, our secondary. It's old. Richard Sherman's. Who's Richard Sherman going to cover? Richard Sherman was rated the number 1 cornerback in the league last year, right? We'll see him. I'm hoping they put him on DeAndre Hopkins more so than a K'Wan Williams or Emmanuel Mosley this week, because I think they best match up. You put a Christian Kirk on Richard Sherman, yeah, he's going to get him trouble. He's a shifty speed guy, right? But you put DeAndre Hopkins on him, I think he can cover his own. But look, this team lost 2 prominent players, DeForest Buckner and Sheldon Day from the defensive line. We added guys like Brandon Ayuk, who has been looked in camp and from reporters that have been with the team for 20 to 25 years said the best rookie they've ever seen come out as a receiver. He came back to practice today. He looks to be playing. Deebo Samuel coming back on a second year in this offense. And then obviously you got guys like Kendrick Bourne, who proved himself last year. Now, I'm not going to be a big Kendrick Bourne supporter, but he did do his job. He had 6 touchdowns last year. Good guy. But you get guys like Trent Taylor coming back also, who's a shifty, type of guy who reminds me of type of a Christian Kirk in a slot type, be able to create separation. And what is Kyle Shanahan's system all about? Separation. If the receivers get separation, Kyle Shanahan will destroy you in your zone In whatever coverage you're running, zones, cover 3, whatever it is, the receivers find a spot, and not to mention the 2 tight ends.
Well, he made a case for them
to be on a hangover.
Sorry, guys, we got to wrap this up soon. We got Denver on. Joe, we want to talk us a little bit of Denver because your division's not a lot of you guys in your division are here today. So, real quick on Denver, we got to wrap this up and get to the game.
Yep, and so with the Broncos right now, I was super excited heading into this season. I still am, but Broncos have unfortunately been hit with the injury bug as of late. Von Miller went down with a dislocated peroneal tendon, which means he's going to be out for pretty much the entire year. There is a chance that he comes back week 14, week 15, week 16, around that timeline. But that would be if he was just one of the very few guys that were somehow able to recover from the surgery in 3 months. Cortland Sutton today went down in practice. He got an MRI. It looked bad at first. He was attempting to make a one-handed catch, and he just fell on his shoulder. And it ended up just being an AC joint sprain. So as of right now, he's day-to-day, and there actually is still a pretty good chance that he plays on Monday. However, I wouldn't be surprised to see him sat. And for those of you with fantasy who play fantasy football out there, if Cortland Sutton does sit on Monday Night Football, the guys that I expect to get the big up arrows are Noah Fant and Jerry Jeudy, and a potential sleeper in Tim Patrick. As when the Broncos released their depth chart a few days ago, Tim Patrick was actually announced as a co-starter alongside Jerry Jeudy. So overall, I expect the Broncos to be able to finish second in this division. I'm not delusional. I don't think they're going to be able to beat the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs right now are one of the best teams we've seen in the last decade. So I think that the Broncos may be able to sneak into a wild card spot despite losing Von Miller for pretty much the entire season.
Hold on. Talk about sneaking in. He just got in your division, AFC West. Raiders, are you in here? Spotlight Raiders. Darian just made it in here. You there, Darian? I thought I saw him come in here. Spotlight Raiders, you want to come on there? But in regards to Seahawks, 49ers, everybody else, thank you guys for being here for that division. We'll wrap up here with the AFC West. Arizona, real quick, are you guys going to win? Are you still here, AZ? No, I think they're gone. Seahawks. Okay, let's move on here. Darian, you there? Darian?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. We're going to wrap up with the AFC West here. Vegas Raiders. Our Chiefs guy was already on earlier. He's pretty confident they're going to win the division. I think the whole world is. Are the Raiders going to upset? Who comes? How is the order of this? How are you guys going to finish?
I'm going to be honest with you, knowing that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be the number one team for a while now, until every other division competes up there. I still have the Chiefs winning the AFC West, but I still think the Las Vegas Raiders still come in second with a 9-7 or a 10-6 record. I know our first 6 games is tough, don't get me wrong, but I feel like our team can compete. I think our team is very competitive when it comes to when we have our wide receivers. We have one of the top running backs in football in Josh Jacobs. And that defense, when we end up getting Corey Littleton and Nick Kowalski to help out that defense, and the trade for Waquan McMillan, that was a good trade for us. I know we got rid of Lynn Bowden Jr., understanding that it was a lot of news coming out on why he got traded. Mean that, they was trying to switch him from wide receiver to playing a little bit of running back, knowing that he did play some of that at Kentucky. But at the same time, I still feel like 9-7 is more realistic than 10-6. So I think we take a leap, even though we took a leap in the last 2 years, going from 4-12 to 7-9. I can see us winning more games this year. So I say 9-7, possibly 10-6. It just really depends on how our defense really shows up. So I think offensively we'll be fine.
Yeah, man, your division is going to be an interesting one as well. Tough division, man. A lot of tough divisions. I mean, this is why we want to watch football. We got to get all of these questions answered. So I'm beyond excited. So wrap it up here, guys. Denver, do you have anything else to say to that? Are you believing what he's saying? Are you drinking the Kool-Aid here?
So I wouldn't absolutely agree with what Darian said. However, I do think that the Broncos and Raiders are in very similar spots. I think that with the second and third in the division, everyone's saying either the Raiders will go 10-6, 9-7, or the Broncos will do it. I think that one of those teams will be able to to have a pretty solid season and maybe get into a wild card spot, I think it will be the Broncos just because I think we have a lot more upside. And I think Derek Carr it doesn't have what it takes to push a team into the playoffs. I think he's a reliable quarterback, but the upside just isn't there with Derek Carr anymore.
I agree.
So I have a question. Do you think Drew Lock is the answer for Denver Broncos? Absolutely not.
Could be.
Not.
Oh, what do you mean? He's played 5 games and he went 4-1, man.
He went 4-1, but he's still unproven. He didn't throw for 4,000 passing yards. Who is he?
Well, you can't say he's the absolute answer.
Well, he's
you
not
can't
the
say he's
answer.
absolutely not the answer.
Y'all got a washed up Melvin Gordon. He's done. Philip Lindsay is the best thing that y'all have outside of Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. Other than that, Noah Fant he gotta be all right. He's cool. But he's not better than Darian Waller. Come on now.
He very well could be. Broncos have got a super young team. They don't have very much experience, but they got a lot of upside. And I think they can put a lot of people to shame this year if it all comes together.
We're just as young as y'all. If you notice, we're just as young as y'all.
Yeah, but we're younger and we're better.
No, absolutely not.
But, Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, better than what do y'all got wide receiver? Henry Ruggs.
And Henry Ruggs, Brian Edwards, Zay Jones, Nelson Aguilar, Hunter Renfro, all weapons that we upgraded at, knowing that Derek Carr threw for 4,000 pass yards with none of those receivers. So imagine what he do when he have receivers.
That's going to be exciting to see, guys. I mean, that was a good battle. So we're going to have to bring you guys back on Monday and Thursdays. And of course, Sundays, guys, make sure you guys are following. That was exciting. Thanks for ending it off on that firework there with the, I like both teams. I think both of them have their pros and cons here. I give the edge here probably to the Raiders at running back, although a little bit of depth may be lacking there. I think the depth goes to the Broncos for running back. Quarterback, we don't know what Drew Lock to expect, but I definitely see an upside there. Whereas Derek Carr could actually get stuff done a little more efficiently, understanding game management and that type of thing. Again, it's my opinion. And wide receiver, right now, until it's proven, the edge has to go to the Broncos here. So that's kind of my opinion on this. I could be wrong, but man, that was exciting for sure.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
Thank you, Darian, for coming on there. You made it right in time, right to make it. So.
I'm sorry. I was babysitting my godson, and I was trying to get away from him so I could get on here.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate you. Everyone appreciates you coming on, man. You made it near the end. We appreciate that. So we're going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Smash a thumbs up. I got to get ready. I got to stream my game. Got to get ready for the game. Fan to Fan Network. Head on over to fantoFanNetwork.com. Bookmark the page. And, of course, all your ambassadors. You can find Darian under the Raiders. You can find Joe under the Broncos. You can find everybody under their designated page. And we're going to be battling it out here throughout the season. Guys, I got to get ready. I got to get ready for this game. David Johnson's going to hit the field. I got a lot riding on David Johnson succeeding this year. The mainstream are against him. Darian, while I got you on here, I got you on screen, one of the last guys here. David Johnson, what do you think? Talent is there, right? You like David Johnson?
I like David Johnson. I think he had. This is a proven year for David Johnson. He's out of Arizona. He's out of that scenery. I think he will have a good year. Him and Duke Johnson might split some carries because Duke Johnson is good out of the backfield. I can say that. But David Johnson, I think he will have a bounce back year. I think he will.
Well, thank you, guys. All right, we're going to wrap this up. Darian, Raiders ended off with that. Joe Russ, Broncos, we ended with that. Thank you, guys, for being here. Appreciate it. Smash thumbs up. Leave your questions below, and we are going to roll out. We are out, guys. Go enjoy the game tonight and the weekend. We're out.